Welcome back to my channel, guys. For those of you who are new, I'm the Marketing Nomad. Now today's video is all about how to share your new post as an Instagram story and how do you do it really creatively. Now here's the thing about Instagram. When you do post it on your Instagram feed, it only reaches 3% of your followers. Now when you do put it as your story, you're actually maximizing the number of people who get to see your post. Now it doesn't always have to be a boring way of uploading your new post. You can actually use so many creative ways to catch your viewers' attention. And that's what I'm going over today. So all of these are kind of in fast forward mode, but I'm gonna go over some of the tips through each of those. I think I have just over 20. Every time I do start counting, I lose count, and for some reason, I'm not able to get to the end. So I think I have just over 20. I think 22 or 24. If you guys can count them, feel free to write the number in the comments below. All right, guys, let's get down to business. Okay, so what I did over there was I chose a color from the picture as my background, and that's actually a pro tip that I do have for you. I don't know why too many people don't do this, but it actually makes it look much more consistent with the post. Another pro tip that I do have for you is the dots part of the GIFs is actually a really cool resource. It's got so many fun features that you can use to make your stories pop. Took me a while to draw that line over there. Like I told you guys, I really like the dots section of the GIFs. Now, I know that the line seems like it's moving really fast, but actually I've fast forwarded this a little bit, so it's actually a little slower than that. I put those words there just to, kind of add another dimension to the post. Yeah, this is the actual speed. I'm just deciding where to put it and what to do. I really like the typewriter font for these kind of things, just that it makes it look definitely a little bit edgy, to be honest. Again, arrows section in GIFs, really good resource. I don't know if you guys know, but if you tap on the GIF, it actually inverses it. So pro tip that I do have for you is that you have to kind of divide your entire image into 4 sections, just that if you kind of use it as the entire post, you won't be able to click your post to come over it. So that's why I've kind of divided it into 4 sections, if you can see. I really personally like this design a lot. I actually use it. You can do it with different fonts as well. Now this one is my second favorite. You can actually just leave this like this, or you can kind of change the background and kind of make it a little bit more edgy. So I personally really like this design. Okay, let's go back to starting again. It takes me a really long time to draw these things, guys. It actually does. And I wanted to kind of show you guys how much time it actually takes me to do these things. But I love it. I really enjoy the process. And there you go, guys. Looks so cute. This looks like it's falling down, and I don't know if you guys noticed, but I kind of enlarged it so that people actually know what it is. I did the shadow version of those fonts. So what I do is I actually put a darker color behind and I put a lighter color in front. So it kind of creates that shadow effect. Of course, to just kind of add another dimension, I drew an arrow. Took me only 2 tries, guys. Again, I took a color in the picture and made it the background. I call this the picture frame. I'm just trying to draw the straight line and it looks like it's in a frame. So of course you can either put new posts or you can put a tap here. Now I really like these stars that I put, just that they kind of add a really nice kind of feel to my picture. Of course I do want people to tap, so I just put something that kind of matches with the background. And that's my final. Okay, here I realized that the picture has a beautiful blue and there are clouds in the picture, so I kind of replicated it in my picture as well. So put a new post over there and then I just drew clouds. Let's choose another picture. I'm just figuring out where to put that. I really like putting dots in between letters. It just makes it a little bit different. So you can either just choose to stop at new or you can, write new post. And then I go for the modern version and then I realized that was too small, so I made the picture a little bigger and then I made the words a little bigger as well, and then now I'm just aligning it so that there's equal space between all of them. I really like this one. I kind of made it smaller just so that it doesn't look too big. I actually aligned the bottom of new to the picture and then now I've aligned the top of new to the picture. So the reason why I do this is because it actually looks different. It doesn't look like I'm just using the same size on every side. So I personally really like this. It kind of gives it a different look. I actually came up with this very randomly because I was really bored, but it ended up looking really nice and I decided to include this in this video. So just a different dimension to your picture. And if you guys take a look at this new post GIF, it's actually transparent, so your background can be seen through it. Now this is a picture of my dog Dollar and I'm just looking for a nice color. I realized that my t-shirt is kind of on brand, so I'm gonna use that. And then I didn't really like the color contrast between that color, and I realized that my skin color actually came to the rescue. So I decided to use my skin color as the second color. So it looks pretty good and I decided to stick with that. This kind of gives it a fun, element to your picture, and I really like this design. I don't know if you guys know, but my branding's kind of dots, so I decided to kind of put those dots everywhere and then change the color and put more dots. Again, different look, different feel, and it just makes things a little prettier. Now this one is a different way because you actually have to paste the picture, the same picture that you're using in your post, and it creates a different look. I really like how this came out. I actually just came up with this. I have no idea what I was thinking, but it came out really well. So again, I'm just gonna use a color in the background to make it more consistent. And I'm looking around. I don't really like that color, but then I realized that I was wearing something of pink. So I decided that pink and the background color looks kind of good. Again, guys, I told you I like putting dots in between letters. So what I did was I blocked each letter. I don't know if that's what you call it, but I just kind of made them into blocks. And then I put the dots in between them, made the dots a little bit bigger. And that's just me trying to readjust and realign the dots and the the letters. Of course, you want people to tap here. I picked one that matches the entire color. So let's take this one, and again, I use the same background. Okay, this is gonna take me a while, guys, because honestly, when it comes to drawing, it takes me a really long time. Yeah, okay, that was me getting frustrated. And perfect. Look, guys, it actually looks pretty good. Then you can also do these kind of party shimmers, I would call them, just wiggly lines, kind of saying, yay, this is my post. Of course, you can use these picture frames that Instagram has, but I personally don't like them so much, but well, it depends on person to person. Again, you can put dots on the sides. There are a couple of really interesting ones that you do find, and you can just kind of create that edgy look to your picture. Okay, we got that saved. Now this one is a little different. I really like these blocks on Instagram. I found them in dots, but I'm pretty sure if you type in square, you'll find them. I did them for the entire image. It took me a little while, and that was what you saw. Again, going for dots, and I really like these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have multiple of them and in different sizes. So it looks like the entire top part has a bunch of dots that are just moving around. Again, I chose this picture because it has a lot of colors in there that I really like, and I really like doing this with my posts, just that it kind of creates an image that there is paint on it. So that was wonderful. Now this again is going to take me a little while, but the final effect is actually pretty awesome. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I just swiped across and I kind of curved my line inside so that, it kind of gives that different look. So this is one of my favorites. And that's a wrap from me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, because this is where all the fun marketing stuff happens. Now, I hope you guys are keeping super safe given the times, and you are social distancing as well. I will see you guys in exactly a few days. Bye-bye.